I mean, you can get started while I'm editing this in.
Yeah, okay. Welcome back to Barntome. I am your DM for this campaign of ours. We have Bork17 playing Cromtech, the sorcerer, I believe, wild sorcerer. We've got Drusilla playing her typical blade mage. And we have joining us, who still isn't on roll 20, Ben Sorcio, who is playing a blood barbarian. Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Oh,
Last time, there he is. Last time on Barntome, we witnessed a little bit of interaction between Ben Sorcio and the leaders of the Church of Slaughter. It seems like there is some intrigue that he is kind of oblivious to, where the leader of the church wants him gone for one reason or another. Nobody really knows the true reason. And she set him up with a fight against 5 skeletal champions. Now, being a bloodbarian, Ben Sorcio is handicapped against anything that doesn't have blood. And it turned out to be a slaughter either way. He won, though I think I managed to knock you down a good peg, which is still good.
I'll show you a
But
peg.
RNGesus was definitely on his side. He kept rolling nat 20s and I kept rolling 12s. We left the group meeting up. Drusilla and Cromtech are actually at the bar, and Ben Sorcio is on his way down to the bar in the slums at the base of the Dragon Spine. Um, as far as was said, it looks like Sorcio is looking for a fight, whereas Cromtech and Drusilla are more so just looking for information and a place to crash. So let's see how this works out, shall we? Baby girl. I got a puppers. I got a puppers. Cutie, cutie puppers.
My puppers ran away. He's sad. Everyone else is gone.
Oh,
My puffer's sitting on me.
you don't have a puppers. You have a cat.
He did say
Close.
puffer.
I said pupper. I slurred my words because I'm a horrible drunk.
My baby girl. Yeah. Yes, you are. You're my baby girl.
My
Okay.
little
So
buddy.
we're gonna start this off with Cromtech and Drusilla at the bar. As I explained last week, it's a very grungy bar. All the guys are drunk. They look like they've been through the ringer. They're all bruised up. All of the serving staff is women. There's bartender, couple waitresses. Of course, you would assume with the staff being women and men being drunk that there would be, you know, multiple situations of sexual harassment. But strangely enough, it looks like the women are completely in control. The men are fighting amongst themselves, stupid squabbles, yelling, bickering, but never an ass slapped or a whistle made.
We know what you like to do while you're at a bar.
I do like to look at asses. They are quite nice to stare at.
I assume that we're gonna be at like a uh like a table or a booth on the side. Yeah, like a table.
Uh, if that's what you want, you can go get a
Well,
booth, a table, or sit at the bar.
I mean, Drusilla's a booth person too, so
yeah, I kind of look to see if I can find a booth on the side so we can, and then when we sit down, end up flagging down one of the servers.
You get greeted by a pretty little lady. She goes, "What can I do it for you?" Can't
Yeah,
say ladies anymore because you're actually playing a dude now. Come here, baby girl.
yeah. Hello. Yeah. Can I get 2 of your finest pints and whatever special you have tonight? It's been a
She
rough
goes,
couple days.
well, do you need a room as well? I can get that all done in one bill, or I could just feed you and you can decide later.
I mean,
I'll
I'm
decide
fine
about a room when I'm done with my meal. I don't know
Okay.
quite yet.
Well, 2 pints of our finest ale is going to be a silver piece each, and the meal costs you 10 copper each.
waitress, just water for me, please.
I kind of like look and I'm like, both those pints are for me
Oh,
and the
oh,
meal. I don't know what she's having. I
I thought
was
you were
planning sitting
ordering.
by myself.
Thought you were ordering for. Okay, I see how it is, Cromtech. Okay, on my tab. If you charge for water, that's all I'll have, and then whatever the house special is for food.
We don't charge for water, but it's not the cleanest stuff in the world, so you know you're gonna have to deal with that. But 5 coppers for the food, or was it 10 coppers for the food? Was it 10 or 5?
You said 5,
10.
I'll go.
10
I
coppers for the
believe it
food.
was 5.
No, we're going with 10. You let me think too long. She takes your coppers and takes your silver from you, Cromtech, and heads out. She comes back quickly thereafter with the 2 pints, sets them down in front of Cromtech, and sets down a glass of water in front of Drusilla. It's not uber filthy water, but you can clearly tell there's some shit in it. And then heads off again while your food cooks.
Can't be any dirtier than the booze, I think to myself.
All right, now how much money do I have?
I gave you money. It's underneath your picture.
You put them in the same. Do you not? No.
I just copied what Drusilla did.
Well, there you go. Don't do that.
Well, I don't have a money slot, so I did that.
I
So
just subtract ones.
make a money slot.
I don't wanna.
Silver is 10 copper, right? Not 100.
Yep, 10 to each.
Yeah, I
No,
just
it's
took away.
100 each.
What?
Yeah, it's 100 to 1. Or is it 10 to 1? I don't know. I'll have to look at my old campaign and see what my rules were. It was either 10 to 1 or 100 to 1.
Yeah, that'll be kind of important if we start spending anything that costs silver or gold.
Yeah. Yeah, it would.
So
I followed general game logic, and I believe general game logic is 100 to 1.
yeah, I would say like 5e is kind of odd in the fact that it goes 10 for everyone. I don't know, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah, when the server brings it down, I kind of grab the first pint and I kind of like slam the first half of it, and then take a deep breath. I'm like, ah, okay.
You really want me to
Like,
fix
what's
that
the
spot, don't you?
occasion?
Just when I have a few drinks, my memory comes back, and then that makes me want more drinks. But I can at least write in my journal better.
You remember better when you're drunk?
Doesn't everybody?
No,
Well,
no, Drusilla, there's this thing called I forget what it's called, but when you get in the same state of mind when you experience something, when you return to that state of mind, you end up remembering it a lot better.
okay, I've heard of this phenomenon. I just haven't seen you drinking a lot before now.
I mean, we've only known each other
We've
for
only been traveling together for like
the
a
two
couple days.
day. Yeah, I'm trying to talk here, DM.
Sorry.
I respond. I'm like, I mean, we've only known each other for like 2 days, and half that was in a carriage.
Fair enough. If you remember anything worth sharing, please do. Otherwise, I won't pry.
See, that's where the second one
That's
comes
it.
in. To forget what the first one remembered.
That's a good one.
Hey, that's a lot of depth right there. I don't know if I'm ready for that. I just met you.
Says the person who's following him around like a dog.
Also,
Hey.
also asking for me to share what I'm remembering.
Yeah.
Seems pretty strong. That's all I need right now.
Are you guys gonna people watch or try to socialize, or should I switch over to Ben?
No, I was
I
just gonna say I'm gonna people watch.
Yeah, I won't push it. I'll people watch too.
Okay.
I know
So
I can see Cromtech's a bit of a loner.
you see basically what I told you. If there's any one aspect of that that you want to focus in on, let me know. Make a roll for it. Otherwise, it'll just be general bar scene for now.
I want to see if anyone is on, like, if voices are escalating.
Make a perception check.
Like, yeah. So what I'm looking for is like any scenarios where people are talking and I can feel the energy and voices are escalating.
Okay.
RD 20 plus 4. Cool. There's an error with your formula.
What'd you do that for?
A 13.
13. Honestly, no. It's already pretty loud, and all the guys are rowdy. I mean, even though it looks like they've all been beaten to hell, you can tell they're all looking for a fight. Um, it seems to be common around this entire city that you've around the entire city that you've seen, where all the guys care about is fighting and matching strength and basically giant dick measuring contests. So nothing really unique stands out to you other than that.
For my part, I just want to listen on discussions about monster teams that are participating in the arena.
Okay, roll perception.
While he's doing that, I want to specify. I don't know if you want me to roll again. I'm more after I noticed that I want to try to find one where there's like a third party, like you have two people having a contest, measuring contest, and you have a third
Mhm.
person like kind of observing, waiting, like watching, or like moderating or something.
I'm gonna have you roll again, just because if you don't roll high enough, I'm not gonna make something up.
An 18.
Fuck you.
Sorry, go with Drusilla first.
Well, Drusilla doesn't really notice much of anything. Everything's too loud. She can't really
Oh, she rolled a
force
4,
anything
by the
out. She
way.
only rolled a 4. Yeah, she rolled a 4. So it's a little too jumbled for her. Plus, she's actually currently, I know Donnie Danger isn't playing it this way, but she's still kind of in a emotional state right now after everything that happened in the Capitol.
She's in a
So
funk. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
her brain's kind of fogged and like can't really parse anything out. As far as you, hmm, you notice like there's actually one area of the bar where there's a line of people, and sitting at one of the tables is two people, and they're doing an arm wrestling competition. But it's not like regular arm wrestling. There's actually like spikes on each side where the hand would fall, and you can tell that one person, he's got a couple punctures in the back of his hand, but nothing really bad. Where you think maybe he's been pushed a little bit, but he's never lost. But everybody who's walking away after they lose has like deep holes in their hand. And there's obviously a bunch of people watching the competition and betting on it and cheering.
Gruesome. All right. Well, if I want to, so in that instance, there might be one person who's like the actual like moderator, or I want to see someone who's like kind of in charge, and I want to try telepathically telling them like silver piece on whoever would be currently losing. So silver piece on left or whatever from or
So you see what looks like a bookie. He's got a bag full of coins next to him, a couple bags full of coins next to him,
yeah,
and
bookie
a piece of
wins.
paper. He kind of like looks around. He thinks at you. He doesn't have telepathy himself. I don't know if you'll be able to necessarily hear this, but he thinks at you. I need identification before I place your bet. Like he needs to know who you are.
Uh I don't think we ever specified. I think mine. Oh no, I can listen to thoughts. Um, so yeah, if I'm able to connect to him in that way, then yeah, I will give him a description of like my character or like my relation to him, like booth, third from the left,
Yeah.
far wall type of thing.
He makes eye contact with you. He gives you like a nod, and then you see him scribble on his piece of paper.
Excellent.
Okay. At this point, we're gonna switch over to Ben Sorcio. I'm gonna say you're just to the bar, just outside the bar. You still got your following. The lurchers behind you, scraping behind you, kissing the ground where you walked. Crazy shit. And then you still got those other people who are a mix of fearful but also like vengeful in the shadows. They want your blood, and you still have the people running away from you. But you're about a block away from the bar by now.
I mean, it's not unusual. Everyone in this town is either kissing my ass or wants me dead. It sort of gets old. Uh, I make my way to the bar. Unless someone wants to kick my ass outside of it, in which case, I welcome it, but I doubt that's going to happen.
You do well. Actually, I'll have you roll a perception check.
Sure. Is this also with this is charisma, right?
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Eat me.
I say that even though I made my character with charisma the highest score.
That's not bad. You rolled 17 for those of you listening, not watching. You notice that you do this on a regular basis, I'm assuming, and you never really hide yourself because it's not your style. And you notice that since you kind of got bloodied up pretty good in your last fight, these dagger stealth wielders, the ones with hatred in their eyes, they're actually not clearing out as fast as they used to. You can almost surmise just from your basic battle instinct so that they're looking for a moment to strike, thinking that you're weakened. They haven't made an approach yet, but you get that like sixth sense from your years of combat that somebody is looking to see if you ever get weakened enough for them to try to take you out.
Oh, the way you're talking, I was getting Gorillas Inc. vibes there.
Gorilla's Inc. I love Gorilla's Inc.
Sorry, continue.
So I don't know what you want to do with that info, but that's what you got.
I mean, I look at the nearest one. Fucking try me.
The one you look at like immediately bolts, but you can also feel that like the ones directly behind you now are almost not taking like a full step, but almost like inching a little closer to you now that your back is completely turned to them.
Uh, yeah, I'm not concerned with them. I'm going into the bar.
Okay.
These chicken shits are a waste of my time.
So you enter the bar. You're used to this scene. You've been in this city for a couple of years now. You know to respect the women. You know the laws of the land. Every guy here is looking for a fight, but you also know not a single person in this bar will actually fight you open. So you kind of just stroll in. You're welcome to roleplay it however you want. Um, you do also, newcomers are not uncommon in Slurg, but they're also not common in this particular bar, being that this is the slums bar. So you do notice not just Cromtech and Drusilla, but there's actually those two plus a table on the other side of the bar that has another group of humans that you don't recognize being locals to this particular bar. Um, you're welcome to, like I said, roleplay your entrance if you want.
Please do.
I mean, nothing flashy. I just walk in, ask for a. I walk up to the bar. I'm not gonna ask for shit. I walk up to the bar, grab a seat that's open. I'm sure one opens up as I approach.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'll take a couple pints of whatever's good.
The
I'm not looking
the
for their best, but
bartender
whatever's
the
good.
bar the bartender knows you well. Like I said, you've probably frequented this place a lot. You're not really a high class kind of person. So she as soon as you sit, she's immediately got a smile on her face for you, and she goes, "Oh, champion! You come to frequent my establishment again this night. I saw your fight. It looks like you took a few wounds, huh? That's unusual for you."
Yeah, they're not usually open this long, but I have a feeling that'll take care of itself soon.
She kind of glares at you when you say that, and she goes, "You're not planning on starting anything in my bar, are you now, champion? That would be very uncool of you."
I mean, I could certainly finish something. Have there been any problems around here?
Oh, nothing but the usual drunken doofuses. Oh God, I cannot fucking think of words today. Drunken people starting their stupid crap. They've got that stupid spike arm wrestling going on again, bleeding all over my floor. That'll be a pain to clean up in the morning, but heh, gotta get used to cleaning up blood when you live in Slurg.
Dude, you're even messing
Ain't
up your
that
own
the
name.
truth?
That's because you wrote Sloan and now it's stuck in my head.
I wrote slog. Thank you very much.
Oh, you did. Well, I got Sloan stuck in my head for some reason.
That's on you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I derailed it. My bad.
But yeah, so she looks at you after mentioning the arm wrestling and then cleaning up blood and slurg.
Well, I mean, you know, no stranger to that.
She kind of like winks at you and and smiles and goes, "You never clean up the blood. You're always coated in the shit." And then she kind of walks away and comes back with a pint and lays it out on the table for you. As always, for the champion, it is free of charge. You bring a lot of business to my bar after you leave. And when she says that, you actually notice like a good third of the bar is cleared out the moment you sat down and started talking. They started slinking away as quietly as they could.
Hard to blame them. Uh, well, I slam the drink and look over at the arm wrestling table. Is anyone still there?
That is the main guy who continually seems to be winning is there, and there's still a couple diehards who are just plastered, waiting in line to take him on.
I'll mosey on over there and I'll wait in line.
Well, the moment you get in line, you kind of stand there for like a few seconds, and then somebody looks over their shoulder and sees you, and they run away. And then somebody looks over their shoulder because somebody ran away, and they see you, and they run away. And quickly, you're standing behind the guy who's trying to win right now, the one that Gromtech bet on, and they're focused, so they can't actually see you. But yeah, you're next up, pretty much.
Well, I'm not looking to make a scene. I'll wait my turn.
Hey, Gromtech, did you have any sort of way you planned on tampering with this said match that you bet on, or are you just betting to bet?
No, I was just trying to use my ability. I don't
Okay.
have anything to tamper with it. Oh, I
Okay.
could. But
Hey, you come up with some sneaky shit sometimes.
I didn't. I wasn't
Um.
planning on anything this time. No.
Okay.
For my part, I'm just trying to look cool, even though my foot and knee is shivering. That I noticed the champion just walked into the bar that we
Oh
walked
yeah.
into.
That's a bad DM moment for me. I should have let you guys react to that. I apologize.
So I'm just trying not to react to this at all. I'm just trying to play it cool.
All
You
right.
know, my knee is shaking.
Mm-hmm. All
I,
right.
I
So
wasn't gonna react, so you're fine.
the bookie doesn't react at all. He just seems to smile at Cromtech and write a few new numbers, or not Cromtech, smile at Ben Sorcio. He writes a few numbers in his little betting book. I'm guessing odds, and just kind of sits there and waits. The guy you're behind does put up a decent fight. He's a bulky guy, but he ends up losing. You hear him scream as his hand is impaled on the spikes, and he gets up and kind of like he kind of gets up and holds his hand after he pries it off the spikes and starts kind of walking towards the bar to get another drink. But then he sees you standing behind him, and he goes, "Oh shit, I gotta watch this." And he takes a tablecloth off the bar, wraps his hand, and sits down at the table next to you, probably assuming that he wants to watch you whoop the other guy's ass. You gonna sit or
He's muted.
comment on the fact? Huh?
I was muted.
Oh,
The guy with the hole in his hand that he wasn't born with. I tell him you should get some high proof rum on there that should keep it from getting infected. And
that's a
you know,
that's a good idea. Good idea, man. I'll
better
definitely
luck
do that,
next time,
champion.
champ. I pat him on the shoulder and sort of roll my eyes as he goes back to the bar. Uh, I sit down and
All right.
square up with the guy.
Okay. So the guy like the guy across from you, the one that's been winning, he's confident. He doesn't look as badly beaten as a lot of the other people. You can clearly tell he's a pretty strong person. He's not like stacked like the guy who got a hole in his hand. He looks more lean, like a ranger type, where you can see the muscle definition, but it's not bulging out so much that he can't bend his arms. He
So he
goes,
can scratch the middle of his back, is what you're saying.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
He looks at you and goes, champion. I would be honored to arm wrestle you, but are you sure, sir? I don't want to offend you if I win. And like he's not trying to be cocky. He's legit scared that if he beats you, you'll be offended and try to kill him.
That wouldn't be very sportsmanlike of me. Fair's fair.
He nods and goes, I appreciate it, sir. As you two are talking, the bookie walks over to Cromtech and goes, your silver, please, sir.
Oh, I was hoping to do a little more sly than that. And I say that as I pull it out and I put it down. Can I try to read his thoughts?
You can go for it, but
does he know what's happening, or like the fight or the arm wrestle that's about to happen? Or
yeah, he was sitting there when Cromtech walked up. He saw, or not Cromtech. God, I keep mixing you two up. He was sitting there when Ben walked up, and he smiled and started writing down in his notepad. So yeah, he knows Ben's challenging the current arm wrestler dude. He's just trying to collect your silver before the next bet starts going.
Oh,
Okay, well now that's a little bit more obvious. I can tell Cromtech's making bets.
okay. Well, that was a disconnect. I was expecting him to still be there, and then I was gonna walk up to him.
Uh,
I was
well,
because you guys were in the middle of a conversation. So like when that conversation's like end of happening, I'm expecting the bookie to like still be writing numbers, and I was gonna walk up and put my hand on his shoulder with a little silver in the front.
well, I fucked that up for you. You get to do something else now.
I'm gonna follow him, and then as I get up, I'd be like, I slam the rest of the first one, and I go to Drusilla like, watch that one for me, please. And then I walk to because I want to see what this arm wrestle up close.
Okay. All right. Well, do you give him his silver?
Yeah, I already said I did.
Okay.
You
He
messed
looks
up
at
my
you and
plan.
goes, "Yep, I did."
What kind of bookie gets up when the action's right in front of him?
Well, no, he was getting up while the conversation was happening.
Yeah, but you never know when this shit's gonna start.
It's a competition, not a brawl. Anyway, he goes, "Well, are you interested in putting in a bet? I got odds 2-1 that Ben's gonna be taking this one. I can't give, even though the current guy, I didn't give him a name, just random arm wrestle dude. Random arm wrestle dude is doing well tonight. I don't think he's got the muscle on him. Plus, he's been fatigued. So you bet on the champion, you can win half your bet back. If you bet on him and he wins, you can win double your bet.
I look at it, the bookie, and I'm like, what kind of odds are that? I should be winning at least 4 times my money back.
No, the arm wrestling dude is actually pretty skilled. He's not the strongest fighter, but he does know how to arm wrestle with the best of them. I give the champion 2-1 odds. He's got pure strength, but he's better at fighting than finesse.
I kind of look at the guy like, never mind. No, put 2 silver on the guy on the right there, and then point it at not the champion. I say
the
this
arm wrestle dude.
as we're walking up. I'm like, yeah, just put 2 silver on that guy. Why not?
Okay, 2 silver on the arm wrestle dude. It is. He takes your coin, pockets it, and goes, well, stick around to watch. We'll see how this goes. Okay, you sit at going back to Ben. Unless Drusilla, do you want to do anything? I know I keep kind of skipping you out.
It's fine. I'm literally just observing. This is kind of wild.
Okay. So, forgot what I was going to say. The arm wrestling guy looks at Ben and he goes, you know the rules, right, champion?
Why don't you refresh my memory?
And I was okay. I understand. And it's not first blood. You got to get full puncture. Even if my hands touch the spikes, I don't lose unless you put the spike through my hand. Same for me. I have to put your hand through the spikes through your hand. I can't just stab you with them lightly. Full on push through. So if you don't have enough power to make the slam and penetrate the spike, then I have a chance to push back and hopefully get the slam down on your hand.
Quick meta question.
Uh-huh.
How long are these spikes?
Probably a good 3 inches, enough to pierce your hand without piercing into the other guys. And I do mean like pierce your hand.
Well, I mean, 3 inches, he'll do a little bit, right?
Hmm?
Like, I have to be at least careful. If I slam it down, it'll hit me, right?
No,
I'd assume
it's
that
made.
they're just long enough that like you feel it through the person's hand, and that's when you know when to stop.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay.
Okay, so we are going to do one initial strength check to see how things start off. Go ahead and roll. I've got a 14.
He's cheating. He's not using Roll20.
I'm using the dice tower you made for me. I figured you would be happy.
That's a 17, but my plan was somewhat different.
What's that?
I was going to pull his hand over. I mean, I was going to ideally try and pierce his hand just a little bit through mine, but I was going to full on pierce my hand on that table.
Oh, well, that won't work. So, do you still want to try doing that?
Yeah.
Wait, I said, if did you roll higher, or Ben?
Yeah, he did. He rolled 17. I rolled 14.
I want to grab his hand as tightly as I can and slam my hand onto that spike.
And so,
Never mind. I'll let the DM do.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
saw
rolled a
that
nat 1
coming.
for that. He got a nat 1. So, it starts off with him pushing on you. His strength isn't quite comparable to what you're doing, but then you switch it suddenly, pulling your hand back towards the spike, and his reaction is just like, what's going on? You know, when time slows down for a few seconds, and you
Like a car
slam.
crash.
Yeah, you slam your hand full on into the spikes. You lose. Um, like I said, the spikes aren't enough to pierce into his hand, though, so I'm not sure what you're gaining out of this. But everybody is just shocked. The guy is looking at you like, did that just happen? And the bookie's looking at Cromtech like, what's going on here? As he kind of fishes for his 4 silver. to pay you, because he definitely wasn't expecting the champion to lose. Everybody's just kind of like stunned, and your hand is now like stuck to the table. What do you do?
Me?
Yeah.
Um, sort of splorch the spike out of my hand. Sort of, make sure all my fingers are still there and working.
Yeah.
Well played. I guess that fight took more out of me than I thought. And, turn around and start leaving the bar, hoping that I'm being watched.
You are a smart cookie.
Didn't expect that.
Well, when he gets
No, I get it. I get it. I get what he's doing.
I thought you were gonna rematch immediately with the blood amp.
when he gets up, I like bend over to grab the coins out of the bookie's hand, and I'm like, and I gently or like carefully like glance at the books, and as I'm pulling back, I whisper, and I'm like, with those kind of numbers, payout should have been 2001, and I grab it and walk away.
He's still stunned from the fact of what Ben just did. He doesn't know if the arm wrestling dude is that strong or if something else happened. He doesn't know the mechanics of it or why it happened. The arm wrestling dude is looking at his own hand like, what's going on? He gets up and he immediately takes a small purse from the bookie as well and just kind of like leaves. The three humans that you noticed actually do get up, Ben, and they kind of like start to follow you out. They're not being, crazy obvious about it. They drank their drinks, paid their tab, and they're just leaving from what it seems like.
Well, every good bar in a slum has a dark alley behind it. Figure
Yeah.
I'll make my way there.
Okay. So you head back. You kind of take a turn to the dark alley, and you kind of start walking in, and your hand's just dripping, and you're walking casually as you drip your own blood on the floor. Speaking of which, I should probably damage you for that. You're not getting away for that for free. That was just.
At least a dagger worth, right?
We're gonna go with a D6. 5 damage. So yeah, you're bleeding, dripping, drip, 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 drip as you walk into the back alley. Kromtech and Drusilla, are you interested in following at all? You two do notice that these three humans seem to get up and follow Ben out. Again, they're not being crazy obvious, but it is fishy at least.
It's
Um,
definitely concerning, and I'm not feeling in a risky mood, so I summon Unseen Servant. Obviously, he's seen. He's
yeah, because he's a skeleton now.
But nobody's going to associate with him with me. I
Okay.
say, follow that guy. Try not to be obvious. Just like be in the shadows or something.
All I want to do is I take notice. I would have taken notice as I'm like walking back to my seat, and like kind of size them up, and I want to, like as Ben is walking out the door, I want to telepathically send him a note, like kind of like 3 guys, blue collar folk.
I'm gonna have you make a
Just give it like
sorcerer. So
size him up and send him that, just so like as he's like in the back alley when he's about to get jumped, he knows who he's dealing with.
yeah. Just because Ben isn't just some random civvy that you've been trying to like kind of telepathically engage with or not completely distracted, I do want you to roll a magic check. As a sorcerer, your magic comes from charisma, right?
17.
Okay. Your message gets through. Just because it's not hostile, I'm not gonna make Ben roll against it. He gets this vague like tingle in the back of his brain, and he hears 3 guys, whatever you said.
3 guys, moderate build, normally blue collar work, do a little fighting on the side. All about 2 about 6'3", 1 about 5'10", none over 200 pounds.
You put more image into my random thugs than I did. Anyway.
It's what I do. Come on, you know my campaigns.
Yeah, true enough. So you get that mental thought. You don't know who it came from, Ben. You just know somebody's telling you that basically what you wanted to happen is happening. Um, as you kind of walk into the back alley, do you want to prepare at all, or are you just gonna like square up?
Uh, I'll probably get to the darkest part and turn around.
Okay. So when you turn
Act a
around,
little scared.
huh?
I'll act a little scared.
When you turn around, you notice the three guys. They weren't far behind you, 15, 20 feet. They're essentially blocking the entrance to the alley that you came through. Their cloaks have been moved, and you can see they all carry swords. Um, they don't look like fighters like you're used to. They look more like assassins. They're skinny. They're lithe. You could probably break them with one punch, but hitting them is gonna be harder, and you can kind of sense that. The one in the middle speaks out. He goes, "So the great and mighty champion, huh? Losing a simple arm wrestling competition. Jeez. Man, if I wasn't paid so much for this job, I'd feel pity for you."
Paid for what job? Cleaning up alleyways?
In a sense, cleaning up alleyways and arenas and cities of people who walk around covered in blood all day long. I mean, come on, man. Isn't that shit gross?
Gross. I mean, most of it's mine. What are you trying to say?
That walking around in dried blood is gross. What's it sound like I'm trying to say?
Chalk that up to a difference of opinion. So you guys came to take my lunch money, huh?
More like your life.
Tomato, tomato. I raise my fists.
I'm gonna stop whispering you because when I
Yeah,
whisper you, I interrupt you more than if I would have just asked you out loud.
yeah, because I have to focus to type. I was actually listening though. I just couldn't talk because if I talk while I'm typing, my words get all fucked up. Um,
How do you do this? Hey, Ben, not related, but how do I do a GM roll?
I mean, the trick is to be the GM. I suppose you are. Slash GR.
no, I am for this one.
It's not GMR.
GM roll or slash GR.
Slash GR. Okay.
Golf Romeo.
Thank you. Sorry, continue.
Okay, so you raise your fists. That's a question mark. And you see the three of them draw their blades. Roll initiative.
So while he's doing that, I am assuming that I would make it back to the the table with Drusilla by this point, and most
Mm-hmm.
likely my food's there. So
Yeah.
I would like to sit down and or like say, oh, thank you for watching my beer, Drusilla. Would you like some? Would you like one? I'll buy it for you. It's fine.
No, I feel like tonight's gonna be a good night to be sober. Thank you very much. As I try to concentrate on the state of my bleeding servant. If I notice it gets decast or killed.
Oh yeah, you're up to bleeding servant now, aren't you? Yeah. Your servant can't talk to you telepathically though, so you can just tell it's alive. You can't really tell what it's seeing. Um, as far as initiative goes, you are up first. Go
Hold on.
for it.
I was just gonna say, I sit down and I start eating. I'm assuming around the time the bell is gonna start, and I kind of just like go to Drusilla and I'm like, if you're worried about him, I'd wait 5 minutes and then go help him out, and then I just casually start eating.
Why
Uh,
5 minutes?
Yeah, I'm eating and drinking.
Okay. He's
Ignoring
not
you now.
listening to me.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna focus on my undead servant.
Okay, so like I said, Cromtech, you rolled highest. Go ahead and go first. We're gonna mostly just role play this fight with because I don't want to make a whole map for a bar fight.
Wait.
Are you muted again?
No, you said Cromtech go first, so I was waiting.
Fuck me, Ben. Go first.
My bad. Okay, cool. First things first. 3 against 1, I'll activate Blood Armor.
Mm-hmm.
Bump my AC back up to 15. And then I will just try and punch size one of these guys. Imagine 15 doesn't hit.
No, you missed. So you want to role play it, or you want me to take it?
I mean, the blood pours out of my open wounds, coats me like a ferrofluid, and then I just whiff, take a punch. I imagine they definitely dodge out of the way.
Yeah.
Assassins
Well, I
don't stick here
figure.
like
I
that.
figure as you. I like the fluid. That's cool. As you're charging to punch the guy in the middle who was talking, they all kind of like scatter. They know what they're doing. They're not some newbies at this, and they kind of surround you a little bit. Like I said, I don't have a map, so we're just role playing this. So you basically got the same guy in front of you who you missed, and then the other two have gone to your side, and all three of them are gonna swing at you with their short swords.
That hits.
I haven't rolled anything yet. Okay, they all hit.
Jesus.
You might be a bit fucked. Okay, so 6, 12, 15, plus 4 is 19, plus another 3 is 22. You take 22 damage. And then it's your turn.
Nope, but they take damage as well.
Oh, yeah, your blood armor. That's right. Blood armor is a D... what?
6.
D6.
I'm
Oh,
intrigued.
nice. 5, 6, and 5. So, okay. So they all reach out with their blades. Again, these are trained professionals. As soon as you charge the first one and you miss your swing, you get a cut to each side. As the assassin is moving to your side, he draws his blade along your rib cage, and the one in front of you slashes the arm you punched at him with. Just kind of like slashes down your tendon. But each one of these slashes that they make, a spurt of blood like spikes into their hand where they're holding their blade, and or into their like leg as they're moving into position, doing a fair amount of damage to them as well. Your turn.
A fair amount of damage. How much?
I am not giving that much detail. Just a fair
Okay.
amount of damage.
To be
So,
fair,
like, you've got one in front of you and one on each side right now. It's your turn.
I think for my first action, what was that one? Blood blows. I'll spend 8 HP for 3 attacks on my first attack action.
Okay. Mm-hmm. 17 hits. 17 hits again. 13 does not.
Okay, so that's a total of 8 plus 6. For 13 points of damage, I heal for half of that, so 6.
Oh, the first guy you're punching, you kind of like start swinging at him. the blood splurt I assume you're attacking the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
The blood splurt to his hand kind of caught him off guard, and he dropped his blade. And as he was going to pick it up, you kind of like uppercut him in the chin, give him a body blow, and then you notice he kind of just crumples, and your last fist kind of just like swings over his crumpling body. The other two do notice that you are also somehow absorbing blood through your fists. One of them is scared and kind of like backing up, but he's in an alley, so he can't get far. But he's too scared to attack. The other one is unaffected by fear.
Okay, well, the guy I've been attacking, uh, is it sounds like he's looking like shit.
Yeah, he's pretty much done. Like, and by pretty much done, I mean he has 0 HP. You haven't officially killed him, but he's down.
Now in a gambling mood, I take my second attack action and look at the guy who looks scared.
Okay.
And blood pull.
Okay, roll with advantage.
Oh, that's just a straight up how much I'm willing to bet against him.
Yeah, but you have to roll against him, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
fair. Yeah. I'll roll so I'll be gambling for 40 HP.
Yeah, roll strength check.
And that'll be a net
Oh,
20.
well, fuck you. I got a 9. So
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
you win.
How much
So-
health did he have?
You're like 13.
Okay,
This guy
so
is terrified. Like he's scared because he saw you absorbing the blood from his buddy, and you turn to him covered in your own blood and now some of his buddy's blood, and he notices this pull on the wound to his leg that he got from your blood armor. He musters a very, very small amount of willpower to try to stop it, but you just rip the blood out of his body and coat yourself in it. And he had 13 HP. So you gain 13 back. You don't lose the 40 that you wagered.
then I suppose I'm out of attack action, but as a free action, can I do that matrix just like to the last guy?
I'm not watching the
Oh, the hand thing. Just
Oh,
like, come
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come at
You're
me,
more than
bro.
welcome to. Yep. Yeah, so he's managed to avoid the fear, but he's not happy that he's in this fight. He's actually gonna try to disengage,
At this moment,
but he rolled a 2.
I want to like take a half a second, be in between my bites, look up at Drusilla, be like, never mind, he's fine, and then go back to eating.
He rolled a 2, so he can't disengage. So then he doesn't have any more movement action. So he's gonna take a swing at you, but because he tried to engage, I'm gonna give him disadvantage. Just because it makes sense. So an 8 obviously would miss. So he's terrified. You see him kind of try to sidestep, but you step in front of him. And when you step in front of him, he takes a swing at you, but he's so shaky that what looks like it's an on-track swing to hit you in like the shoulder, like shifts and ends up like scraping off the wall instead. Man, it's your turn.
I kind of want to just clap my hands and crush his skull in between them.
So make a basic attack, and you can roleplay it however you want if you manage to kill him. You don't manage to kill him.
I do not manage to kill him.
You're getting a little overconfident. Like these first 2 assassins went down, and you're like, I got this. This is easy, punks. And you go to like clap his head, but you end up overextending your arms. You are in an alley, and you like knuckle the walls, which gives him enough of time to dodge out of the way real easy. And I'm gonna give him an attack of opportunity.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nervous Logan did the unthinkable. He followed a nat 20 with a nat 1.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
Dice giveth and taketh.
A
Gotta
22
try to
hits.
style on them every now and then.
You take 7 damage. So when he's ducking to avoid your clap, he comes in with just a skewer, and he skewers his sword right into your guts.
Well, I mean, taking a little bit of the sting out of that is I still have that blood armor active.
Yep, he takes
Well, I
he
should-
takes D6
Great.
from your blood armor. So he plunges his sword into your abs. He doesn't get too deep; it just does a decent amount of damage, and the blood like spikes out and shoots him in the face. So he gets just this blast of high pressured blood in his face. He's woozy and wobbling at this point, but it is his turn since that was an attack of opportunity.
Unrelated question. If
I
you're
still
drinking
get
alcohol,
a second attack action, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. You get to attack twice. Go for it.
unrelated
What about
question.
alcohol?
If you're drinking alcohol and it goes down the wrong pipe, does that just make it more efficient?
I don't
No, I
think
think it's just
alcohol
making
can be
you walk a
absorbed
lot.
through air
That's how you get
or your
drunk.
lungs.
It can be
It's
absorbed
absorbed into
into
your blood, not your lungs.
No,
You
literally,
can I don't recommend it, but you can.
literally how you get drunk is you drink alcohol, the vapors go up and get absorbed through your lungs when you inhale.
I thought it was through your blood.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
you hit
it
him.
goes through your lungs to your blood. That's why you can smell alcohol in people's breath.
I just figured that's because it smells strong as shit and you drinking it.
Yeah, but you get drunk by breathing that in.
Yeah, you hit him. Go ahead, roll damage.
Alrighty.
Yeah, so I'm just bypassing the stomach and putting the alcohol straight in the lungs.
Still probably not a good idea. So yeah, he's taken 2 of your blood armor hits, and he just got splashed in the face. And when you're kind of like spreading your hands back out again because of the miss and now the wound in your belly, and he stands up, and you notice an opportunity, so you clap your hands back down on his ears, and you start seeing blood leaking out of his ears. You didn't roll a crit, so I'm not going to give you a smushed head, but definitely blood leaking out of his ears.
Alright. Well, now it's his turn.
Oh, he's dead. He's down. All 3 are
Okay.
down. You have the right to leave them be or kill them at your choice currently.
It sounded like the one
And
died by him absorbing, like just sucking his blood out through his leg.
technically, he wouldn't be actually dead yet, according to revival abilities. He's unconscious, and you can, live after a good chunk of your blood's been taken out. You just pass
He's
the fuck out.
only mostly dead.
Yeah, he only took the blood that was
After a
between
full
him. He
After
only
being exsanguinated.
he only took like all the blood out of the one vein. He didn't account for all the other veins yet.
That's a good way to look at it.
Dude's left half is mummified.
So, like I said, your choice. You can choose to kill them if you wish, or leave them be and hope some passerby will take them somewhere where they won't die.
I'm just gonna leave him be. I'm not gonna kill these poor bastards.
It's kind of funny. Your plan was to get more health back, and I think you actually lost more than you gained in this fight.
A lot. I lost a lot. Yeah, that wasn't smart. That could have gone better.
I mean, you also gambled 40 and you only got 13 back. The house should have
Why
stepped
did
in
you
there.
lose the 40?
Well, the rule is he can only absorb what health they have. He can gamble up to how much ever he wants, but he only gets what they have or up
Yeah.
to the gambled point, depending on if they have that much.
The gambling is if I lose that
Lose.
strength roll, all of a sudden I lose that many HP.
Yep.
Yeah,
So if
but
I had lost, I would have healed that guy for more health than he had.
even in Vegas, when someone goes all in, you can't raise him higher than he's all in. Like you can only call what he has.
Well, and hypothetically, if it's like a 5 HP, like, I don't know, goblin imp, would it explode in like a blood explosion because just too much health?
I mean, it could be fun to RP that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Or
Sure.
they just get superpowers.
Just got sidetracked. That
Or
way.
they get blood amped to the point where they turn into hulking hobgoblins out of fucking nowhere.
Now we're talking.
Alright, so that's the fight. Do you want to go back in the bar, or do you want to go back to your room?
Yeah, I'll go back in the bar. I'll grab another pint.
The bartender looks at you because you're covered in even more blood now. Come on, Ben. It's a pain in the ass to clean this. And she often refers to you as champion, but you know when she calls you by your name, she's actually kind of mad at you.
Yeah, well, in my defense, they started it.
She looks at you with a crooked grin and she goes, I know you wouldn't have lost that fight with the arm wrestling. You drew them out. Do you think I'm stupid?
I mean, they've been eyeballing me this whole time. I figured I'd give them what they wanted. They're
Well,
still
maybe
back
next
in that alley if you want to, make them clean it.
next time you want to give somebody what they want, how about you give me what I want? And then she winks at you and kind of turns away and walks away enough that her ass shakes. You know, that way women do.
Fair.
Right. I just start putting that pint down.
Okay. So, Cromtech, you were able to discern, like I said, mostly his emotions, his excitement for the battle. You
Got
weren't
bits and
able to
pieces.
get full
Yeah.
on thoughts. Yeah. Drusilla, your skeleton comes back. He's still alive, but I don't remember. Yeah, he's got a spirit in him now, so he kind of reports what happens to you. Um, Everybody notices that the bleeding skeleton is talking to you, though, so they know it's yours now. Um, but it does report what happened and the blood drawing and the ultimate massacre of the 3 assassins.
Wow. Wow, see, Necro, you're alive for once? You're getting really good at this.
Well, he's not alive. He's the spirit inside your servant.
Uh, when I hear Drusilla talk, I want to like finish like taking a gulp to wash down my food, and I look. I'm like, if you really want to, make an impression, I'd have your little friend there go give the guy a hug.
You want to do what? Sorry.
I, I'm telling Drusilla, go have your little friend there go give Ben, but I'm like, go give the guy a hug. Because Drusilla's already on edge because it's the champion.
That's actually a great idea. Crown Tech. I don't know this thing. I don't know who it is. It's a giant bleeding corpse. I lean up and I whisper into his ear, give that guy a hug. Just hug him. Just do it, see, Necro.
Okay, so the skeletal minion covered in bloody muscle walks up to you, Ben, wraps its arms around your back, and hugs you. And it's just leaking more blood on you.
I look over my shoulder and say, we have to do this outside. I start walking out the door.
The Z-Necro or your servant kind of looks at you like, what do I do?
Just come back here. Just come back here. I try to look like low key about it. It's obviously a bleeding corpse walking towards my table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think I'm gonna let it walk towards the table? It's making a mess in here. She's already pissed off at me for the blood I'm bringing into this place.
Yeah.
And then it hugged me. No, we're taking this outside.
Roll a strength check.
I'm getting my health back one way or another.
I,
Thank you for your sacrifice.
I was picturing that like
Oh,
that like
buddy.
Oh well, it's
Ben just
really
like flipped it over and was wearing it like a cape at that point and just started walking outside.
you still roll a d20, but no bonuses.
Match.
Both of you roll again.
Okay, for everyone else, they both rolled 6s.
Okay, so
Five.
your hand kind of slips. The blood on your hand and the
21
blood on
beats
the
5.
skeletal servant. Yes, I know. Let me get there. It kind of slips, and
The viewers want to know.
but you're like ah shit, this bartender's really gonna fucking kill me. So you take him in a bear hug, pick him up, turn around, and walk towards the door. I'm gonna let you roleplay however you want to use your abilities to drain this poor servant of his blood essence. You can punch him or just absorb it, whatever you want to do.
Oh, this thing wants to hug. I'm gonna hug it until he's wrung out. I'm just gonna bear hug him until I feel his ribs crack, until every last drop of fluid is drained out of this monstrosity. Because I've had it with skeletons, and skeletons with junk attached are only slightly better.
All
This
right,
is
I'm
not the
just
day
gonna
for undead to approach me.
roll a d12 because I've never really given his servant a health bar, so you'll get how much ever health out of this. You get a 9.
Oh, that's
You get
weak.
9 health back. Well, the servant's not strong yet. It's basically just bloody muscle, and it kind of dies on its own as it sits right now until
Shit.
he gets his next piece.
I was gonna
Okay.
laugh if like his servant reverts back to just a skeleton form and loses the muscle. He absorbs so much blood out of the thing that it just reverts back to this.
Yeah,
That would suck. That would ruin like my whole story for Drusilla. I'd be super pissed. Uh, anyway, so you do that. You kind of hug, and as you're like absorbing the blood off this walking corpse, you realize that it's just a spell, and it dissipates. And once the final you feel the final like little increase of life, it's just gone. There's no mess. There's no body parts. It's just gone. So the blood it was leaking all over the place is still all over the place.
Of course. What was the barkeep's name?
I didn't give her one. I have a name for the barkeep in the marketplace, not for the slums.
Okay.
Bethany.
Well, whatever. I go in there and I call her name, like, hey, this
Bethany.
one also
That's the
wasn't
one for the
me.
marketplace. Or
Oh.
did you just make that up?
I was just making it up.
Oh, never mind. I don't know. I thought you looked at my NPC
how
sheet.
about Barbara Keeper?
No.
Nope.
Bethany has seen some shit, okay?
Yeah. All the ladies in this town have seen some shit. She kind of smiles at you and goes, this is what you say every night, but you'll be back in a week and there'll be more blood on my floors.
Well, again, if you want some help cleaning that up, there's a couple of unconscious fellows out back who I'm sure would be willing to help you.
She goes, I already sent my kitchen workers to pick their pockets. I don't think they're going to want to come back in if they ever wake up. And she just
Fair.
smiles at him and she goes, I'll take their money as payment for the mess you made.
Sure.
Okay. Unless you three actually want to interact with each other, like bold on bold face interact with each other, I don't have anything else for tonight. So next week or the week after, depending on if we can play next week, I have some stuff planned, but nothing
Well,
for tonight.
I was gonna finish my food and then went to. I wanted to go to Drusilla. I'm like, oh, how long have you had that trick?
I mean, was it that obvious that was mine?
I kind of like stop, look at it, her dumbfounded. I'm like, you were literally talking to it.
Oh, I told everybody it was harassing me. I didn't know it. I mean, like, that's what I told everybody. Was it really that obvious?
Do I know that the feeling that Drusilla was having when the Ben walked in? Would I have
Do you
noticed
know
that?
she was actively afraid? I'm gonna make it where if you want to interpret thoughts on characters, you have to actually make checks for it. So if you don't actually verbalize that you want to do so and make a check for it, then no, it doesn't happen.
No, not thoughts wise. Like because she's sitting next to me, like I can honestly see that she was uneasy, or
Oh yeah,
like perceptive
she's
wise, not thought wise.
yeah. She said flat out that her legs were shaking and her hands were shaking, so you would have seen that.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry. Donnie, what'd you say, as Drusilla?
I was just trying to deny. I'm like, I said I didn't know the guy. He came up bugging me, same as he came up bugging that guy.
Well, then I'm like, well, I think the hug actually helps. So if you claimed ownership of it, the champion over there might actually be friendly towards you.
Okay.
Me
Hold
knowing
on,
nothing about what's going on, it's just
Do you just see what the champion did to that guy?
Meta Wise was could never split. You did that outside the doors, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so
but only just.
we didn't see like the uh servant get wrung out like a wet towel.
I mean, you probably saw silhouette and heard some crunching and whatnot, but you
Okay.
didn't see it clearly.
So all Drusilla technically would know is that here you carry the servant outside and then all of a sudden it pop back in not
Okay.
summoned form, right? Or no?
Well, no, the servant would just be disappeared for Drusilla. It'd just be gone.
But does
She
Drusilla
would know this.
does she
She would know
know
the spell is gone.
Oh,
She
yeah.
wouldn't know what happened to it. She just know the spell is gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she would know that the spell is dispelled.
Mhm.
Versus like, still being active.
Yep.
Okay. So in that case I respond, I'm like, no, I don't know what happened outside. They were hugging
So
last I knew.
as you
I
two are
do.
talking, you notice that this shadow had kind of like overwhelmed your table, and you hear like a not a slam, but a knock on the table as a mug is set down and a chair pulled out, and
Hang on.
Ben decided to sit by you.
Oh, hey there. Do
Mark said, "Hang on." I think he's doing something or thinking of something.
have I seen you somewhere?
I'm gonna wait for Bork to get back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saying that's what the first thing that comes out of my mouth.
So dog was losing his head. There was someone who was outside our house who decided to park and load or unload their vehicle within the site.
Gotcha.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
Just
That's just ridiculous. Y'all could have been murdered.
yeah. Okay, sorry. What was happening? Ben sat down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you guys are talking, Ben kind of walks up and he puts his mug on the table, pulls out his chair, and sits down.
Oh, hey, who are you? This is a reserved table. Do I know you? Have I seen you somewhere?
I kind of just look over and I go, "Hello, sir."
You two are the only people in town that don't want to kiss my ass or kill me. What's your story?
Tourists, yeah. Who are you?
No, even them. Even they either want to kiss my ass or kill me. You two are different.
Hold on, before you continue. Ben, I want you to roll a well, basically I don't have sensitive skills unless you actually make one. So roll a perception check for me.
Perception? Sure.
Yep.
While he's doing that, I forget. It's my character, but I know I have markings on my character. Are some of those are visible like all the time, right? While others are only visible while in heightened magical use, correct?
Yeah.
Uh, Man Bear, you
All the ones that are visible kind of light up and move around.
me? Are you Man Bear's muted, by the way. Are you talking about me, Cover Splickin?
I thought you were asking about the runes.
No, he was talking
What?
about his own markings. If
Oh,
you look on the Google Docs on his picture, you can see he's got markings on his skin. The ones that are on the picture are visible all the time. The ones that aren't on the picture are the ones that are only visible when he's channeling his elements or in a heightened magical state.
Well, okay, because that changes my response, but or that would change my response. My response to his question is kind of like I'm wearing something that so you can't really see much because I'm traveling, and I kind of like bend over so you like or like stretch my collar or like pull up my sleeve, whichever one, enough that you can see like just the black like tattoo looking thing, and be like, yeah, we all have our secrets.
no, whose blood is that?
So Connervous, or I'm just gonna call you Ben because I hate pronouncing your nickname.
Fair.
Ben, when the perception check I had you roll is I wanted you to be able to wanted to see if you would be able to sense Drusilla's trepidation or her lies, but you rolled low enough that you just kind of you either believe she's an idiot or that she's clueless, one or the other.
I mean, I'm aware of the effect I have on some people, but not on her. So I have no idea what her deal is.
Okay, so I'm seeing Cromtech's reaction. I'm
Mhm.
trying to kind of read the room here. I'm like, okay, champ. I got a level here. I'm a talent scout. I've seen what you can do.
Okay, make a bluff check because you are showing physical signs, even though he couldn't pay attention. He didn't notice that you were actually lying about not knowing him. You are showing physical signs of fear. So, um,
Conversely, what'd you
17.
say to me?
Whose blood is that? When you show me the
Uh,
markings on your skin.
um, I have to insert name here. The spirit within me. DM.
okay.
I
I
don't.
don't know the name of the spirit.
I don't know either. It's your world.
It's your spirit.
Well, insert name here. Uh, Chance you don't know it. I don't know.
Yeah,
It.
he wouldn't.
Yeah.
His history wouldn't have any recollection on the spirits and the elements.
I just came up with my backstory. You were supposed to come up with the spirit names because we're coming up with the other ones.
I only named them by element. I didn't give them actual names.
Well, anyways, I say a name that sounds foreign to you and you have no idea, but like that's I could probably say like a regular civilian's name and that would be the same. Sorry.
Ooh, okay. So Drusilla rolled a 17 on her bluff. Connervous, we're gonna make another perception to see if you can read through her bluff.
Oh, I would be delighted.
You do not. So, how am I gonna do this? So you notice that Drusilla is scared. Her body is shaking, she's trembling, so she clearly knows who you are. When she was telling you that she didn't know who you are. So when she switches over to this calm talent scout, it actually does confuse you enough that you're kind of believing it. And you're like, this happens all the time. People are always trying to get me to do shit for them. She's probably just another one. For Kromtech, who has been completely honest with you, um, you can form your own opinions, obviously, but I would lean towards he's just a guy who's got some shit going on in his life that apparently is more bigger than you, so that's why he's not scared of you.
So what are you guys doing in town?
See, there is a certain dark lord brewing upon the horizon. Let's keep this on a DL between you and I. But she's gonna just sweep the lands in a wave of despair and misery the likes of which the world has never seen. And she's looking for certain people of particular capabilities, and you have caught her attention. Now let's just say You know, hypothetically, you are approached to be a minion in her army. Escape all of this arena, this coliseum, this lifestyle entirely. What would you say to being a general of hers? Hi, Katie.
Hi, Katie.
I don't know why you're saying escape this place like I'm stuck here. I was just here training.
Well, she has eyes and ears everywhere. She saw you're not safe here. You're not. How could you be happy here? The people here, your fans, your predators, what would you call them? People who have targeted you.
Predators
They're
doesn't seem like the right word.
they're indistinguishable either way. There's so many people in this city. How could you be happy here?
I'm not. I'm just here to train. I was planning on leaving soon anyway. I figured people who aren't afraid of me or trying to kill me would be people who are at least capable. Or dumb on another level. I don't know, this guy at Point of Cromtech doesn't seem particularly dense. He seems like he knows what's up.
At that point, I want to like interrupt and be like, I don't know what she's smoking. I'm just passing through. Trying to make the impression that like I don't know her. We just so happen to be around each other, type of thing. Not trying to say like we're foreign to each other, but like we stumbled upon each other and then apparently we're still together right now.
Okay. Great champ. Sam Dents. I'm taking a gamble here. I'm gambling. I'm betting that you don't want to stay here. That you're not happy here. I'm offering you a chance of a lifetime to be the minion in my new army. Yes, yes.
You're giving up.
The person I've been
You're giving
talking
up
about.
the. Are you
Yeah, the
giving up the
person I've been
pretense
talking
that
about.
you're a recruiter?
Cat's out of the bag.
Yeah,
He's
gotcha.
still a recruiter of sorts.
Yeah.
I turned to Cromtech. Okay, so again, what's your deal?
Uh, I'm searching for things. I'm new to this area, new to this work, or new to this land in a broader sense, and I have a mission, a path I'm headed for, and yeah, I'm just looking for stuff. It's all, all in here, and I like kind of like hold up.
Alright. And DM, you know the name of that lady I'm looking to kill, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask either of them if they know where I could find her.
Um. Trying to think.
Please tell me it's Diane, and please let me have Sarah back.
It's not Diane. It's
Okay.
Well, essentially, Diane is the ultimate protagonist of all, or antagonist for everybody. But what did I name her?
I'm gonna assume I respond no. Never heard of her.
You don't know her, but Drusilla would.
That's why I say it. Nope, never heard of her. I'm looking for
Why can't I think of what I named her?
a stone struck
Nynaeve.
a rock.
Nynaeve. I know that name.
As far as you know, Nynaeve is still alive. You do not know that Matt's character killed her.
I don't know. Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you.
I don't know that he killed her, even though that's the last thing I saw.
You didn't see it. He did it when you guys were walking away. You just saw him entrap her in stone. When you guys turned around and walked away, he actually cooked her.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he did that as like an afterthought. Like we were leaving the room, we were out the door, and he's like, all right, goodbye. And then he caught up, like, oh, sorry for the delay. I had
Yeah.
something to finish.
Okay. I really can't put up any pretense here. My eyes start twitching. I'm just like, what do you mean naive? That's got to be like 200 years ago, right?
70, but yeah.
Who's counting?
You're looking for naive.
Yeah.
But so you do know. So I'm guessing Donnie doesn't actually remember. So Drusilla would tell you that they fought in the northern forest about 70 years ago, and that last time he saw her, she was encased in stone, and they had left her in those forests. They haven't gone back since.
What I say? I can lead you right to her.
I mean, if she's still alive, I'd take great pleasure in fixing that mistake.
Okay, I'm a little lost there. Mistake.
Of her being alive.
How personally do you know? Oh, her being alive. Okay, I thought you meant us encasing her. Somebody encasing her in stone.
I mean, that's a good start.
Very well.
And I don't know. She seemed to be working for someone. Wouldn't mind putting an end to them too.
I don't normally do this for anybody. You do need to vow yourself a fealty of miniondom to myself.
Oh, wow.
I try my
I don't
don't
do
do
this
it.
for just anybody.
That's a lie.
This is quite the trek.
No, it's not. I'm literally as Drusilla's saying this, I'm throwing in those comments at like because she did the same speech spiel to me.
Yeah, I'm no minion.
Are you sure it doesn't have any appeal to you? There's a certain dignity in serving a powerful lord of darkness.
I have my reasons for killing the people I want dead.
I
When
don't
they're
want to be
dead,
one of those.
I'll go away.
All right. Name your price.
Price for what?
Leading you to Nynaeve. How important is this to you?
I mean, it's the only reason I'm still alive, so it's up there.
Okay, sorry, Cromtech. I'm with him now. The price is that you kill and help me kill and trap the souls of any monsters that get in our way on the way there.
Meta-wise, you can't trap soul monsters yet. You haven't done the whole thingy.
All right. I'll think about the details.
You could have him hunt the rest of the Circle of Six for you and trap them in Onyx armor, which is one of your goals that you are currently working on. But you can't do the monster souls yet.
A brilliant idea just occurred to me. I will
Really?
lead you to Nynaeve. On the way there are certain mages, a degree of power that I respect, that I would appreciate some assistance in quelling. Not that I need it, but I would appreciate it.
And what are these mages guilty of?
Being evil, vaguely.
You would, being a home body of Barntome, you would know who the Circle of Six are.
Okay.
They're popular dark sorcerers.
I list them off.
Throughout this time, I want to call the server and be like, I need at least 2 more. Like, this is gonna take a while.
Server nods and goes, that'd be 2 more silver pieces.
at least 3 of which I've defeated. Have you really not heard of the Circle of Six, though? I am a little surprised by that.
Oh no, like Manbear was saying, I probably heard of him.
Yeah, you would, especially with your backstory, they would be on your list of people to kill.
I chime
Yeah.
in. I'm like, Drusilla, please continue. I have no idea what you're talking about. Jokingly.
Yeah. At least someone here can appreciate the details of a fresh story. Anyways, let me regale you. At least 70 years ago, maybe a little bit earlier than that, a pact was made amongst 7 great mages. And they were great, far ahead of the time amongst their peers. They realized their potential, their power. They ascended to the ranks, and they eventually departed from whatever aristocracy their peers had created. They became dark lords. The new order that they created was not appreciated. They had to become outcasts themselves. They became known as the Circle of Six, each specializing a certain field of magic.
I thought you
And
said
the
there were
great
7.
No, there were 6.
You
Sorry.
said 7 2 seconds ago.
Well, I'm the 7th one.
You weren't part of the pact, like, at all.
It was the Circle of Six, right? Anyways, the Circle of Seven. It's
That's
the
what you're
Circle of
talking.
Seven now. Anyways, the Circle of Seven. Sorry, I've been in a coma for a while, or stasis.
No, you just got teleported through time.
The Circle of Seven. We're so powerful and
It's the
grand.
Circle of Six.
You try.
Yeah, that's what I was fucking saying. Anyways, the Circle of Six. Before you guys corrected me incorrectly.
I was asking because you said there's 7 mages, and I'm like, wait, who's the 7th one?
Circle of Six. Stop questioning me. It's the Circle of Six. The Circle of Six were so grand and powerful they went down in history. But something happened. Some sort of climatic shift. That's not the right word. But it was a catastrophe. And heroes started to rise, started to vanquish them. One in particular. But not all of them have been defeated. In fact, I myself hold the essence of 3 of them. No small feats. Great champion. I'm sure you must appreciate what that endeavor must entail.
Well, if we're going
Regardless.
after the other 3, it sounds like we're heading the same direction.
Exactly what I was thinking.
I'm like, so you're looking to kill 3 of them, and you're looking to absorb 3 of them?
Yeah, but where'd you get that?
Taking from your story here. And yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to lead you on. I knew full well about the Circle of Six. I read them in so many books. They go down in history. Yeah, I just like to hear people's opinion on them. You know, all my perspective from them is just the books I've read, but it's good to get a firsthand experience or impression of them.
Personally, I'm a big fan.
I can tell.
But progress does require new names take the pedestal, and I will be that new name. Not that I'm going to do anything that's going to put you on your hit list, champion.
You don't know about the hit list. Not unless he actually explains it to you.
Well,
Okay.
I just mentioned, what's her name? The stone lady that I don't know is dead yet, and the
Yep.
Circle of Six.
Okay.
That's the only names I've mentioned.
Okay, well then I just blurted out I will be the new great evil.
And we're gonna run into a similar situation that we had with frickin' Talos or Talos or whatever his name was.
We might. Oh, but what I'm doing, sorry. Sometimes my mouth just runs. You might need some time to process that.
I chuckle audibly.
You don't have to be my minion, though I would really appreciate it. You know, kids these days, the young people, they just don't want to be minions for anybody anymore.
Oh my god.
At this point, like
No.
I'm like knee slapping, laughing, and I'm like, dude wants to kill this ancient woman and like 3 of the people that you want to capture, and you're still asking for them to be the minion. Like I can't cope with this. I'm just laughing my ass.
Okay.
Very short.
So, what is it that brings you two together?
I was just looking for somebody who could help me do what I'm asking you to do.
I was just at this, patrolling through strolling through this town. Saw this one all mopey like on a bench. I was waiting for a caravan. We started talking. She started talking to me. And next thing I know, she jumped on the caravan that I took, and we freaking left Golden or the hill, and we ended up here. I kind of like open up the book. I'm like, are either of you headed towards direction here, or are you guys headed this way? Because I might want to go with you, or I'm headed that way too. If you want to
So
share a cab.
meta wise, Drusilla, you are heading towards the same mountains because that's where the Shadow Man is, and that's where Sarah ran off. And you feel that the Shadow Man might be a member of the Circle, but you're not sure. So that's why you two were getting on the same caravan in the first place, because you were both heading in this direction.
Okay, I forgot. Champ. Ben, are you okay with that?
I mean, it's the first lead I've had the whole time I've been here.
Hey, cool.
Hold on. You don't speak for both of us. Hello, my name is Cromtech. I once was a scholar. Worked in the library. There was this fancy crystal. Smashed on the ground. I burnt the town down. Now I'm here. What about your backstory? Like, I can tell you've killed a lot of shit, but like we have to at least throw it all on the table. I mean, this one here constantly talking about how she's going to be the next evil ruler of the world, so like it's not hard to get her story, but like before I can ride with you, like what's your story?
I'm looking to kill the woman who betrayed my tribe and the sorcerers responsible for my tribe's destruction.
Fair. How far have you made it? Or I take it that's Nynaeve?
Yeah, that's name at the top of the list. In Circle of Six, which is half taken care of thanks to this. I'm not sure if it's delusions of grandeur or just mild psychosis, but they seem to be. I mean, if they've absorbed these 3, that's something. Not sure how you do that.
Definitely
And
something.
that bag of bones with the meat hanging off of it, that was a neat trick, but we'll see.
Geez, okay, at least have some appreciation for it.
I mean, if you did absorb that, that is an impressive feat. Although talent scout, not knowing who I am, and then wanting, I'm still not sure about you.
When you're a high profile person like me, you gotta kind of ease into things slowly, right? Gradual, right? Stranger, tourist, talent scout, dark lord. Seems like a pretty natural progression of tiers.
I mean, talent scout to Dark Lord, yeah, that's not a far leap. There's tons of fucking leeches in this place.
See? See, my strategy's not so far fetched.
So yeah, just out for revenge. You know how it is.
Okay, now another important question. Is there any Circle 6 member in particular you really hate?
Baby girl.
That's a GM question.
You wouldn't have any particular ties to them. You just know they're evil.
They're evil and they're on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I
Rough
was
word.
really hoping you'd say Zerg at the top. Just add a little more salt in the.
It's his backstory is more tied to Nynaeve than the Circle themselves.
Being evil is a big umbrella word. But I do think that there's a very strong direction we can head towards first. There's a certain Dark Lord I have my sights on. Very immediately nearby. I think you might be interested in. Have you heard of the capital and the raids that assault it?
You would have general knowledge.
I know a little bit.
Now this Circle of Six member, um, believed to be Circle of Six member, according to what information I've acquired, my vast networking skills, um, has been assaulting the capital with his armies. And I do have a general idea where he might be located. We might be able to bypass many of his armies through a very specific route and target him specifically. If you're willing to follow me,
That depends entirely on how you define follow.
Oh, Sarah would actually have a field day with Drusilla right now if she knew this.
Mhm.
generally accompany and maybe protect.
That I can do.
Okay, great. That's all I need right now.
I mean, if we happen to pass upon a couple, um, rocks shaped in something like a phallic erect stance, then that would not be terrible. That's the next
Hey
breadcrumb I'm
man, you
searching
do
for.
you, I don't judge.
I don't know what it is. It's just a stone monument structure of sorts.
Very
You collect
specific.
all the dick you want, man. That's between you and whoever.
So I take it that we're all venturing together, right?
Hey, if all of you are okay with traveling with me, I'll take what I can get.
I mean, just don't try to challenge me on fire. Like you're gonna waste your time and just waste mana. You can have the bloody servant. Let me have the fire, and we'll be fine. Well, actually, no, he's blood, so you can have your talking sword. No, dagger.
They're real hard bargainers. Newest Lord of Darkness, keep wanting to accompany her. Don't bend my arm here.
Wait, she has a talking dagger?
No, she just talks to the dagger. That's why I say she's a talking dagger. I
The
assume it talks
dagger
back, But I just
It's not
hear
a dagger. It's a short sword.
I ignore that and I keep saying, I just see her holding it, talking to it, so I'm assuming it's talking back to her. But like, maybe.
It's fine, Zern. You're not that small. They know what you are.
I assume she's saying that like on
Okay.
the under her breath. As
Yeah.
Exactly.
I want to follow up with so now that we have this agreement ish, so what happened in the alleyway?
I mean, I kind of saw it.
I must have been.
What with those three that followed me out of the bar?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? Those three folks
Yeah.
followed me out of the bar? There were some of those people. You know how I said you're not looking to kiss my ass or kill me? They were looking to kill me.
Any
And I
particular
was
reason
just in
why?
for a fight with someone with flesh and blood, and well, they had flesh and blood, so I fought them.
Understandable. You have a ancient type of magic that I've only read about, so it's interesting.
Yeah, it just say it runs in the family.
But why would you want to leave all this? I mean, you do have people that you want to take care of, but like,
Oh my ass.
it sounds like you have a pretty good setup here.
I mean, yeah, if you want to get soft, I came here to train. It's too comfortable here now. Same routine every day. The fights, the booze, the women. It gets old. Now I feel I've trained enough. I'm looking to take some of these bastards out. And you guys are the first folks came through that aren't shaking in your boots at me.
Yeah,
Give her a
definitely.
second.
So
Uh,
I figure you might be worth my time joining.
that's understandable. Shaken. Well, you didn't see her earlier, but like, yeah,
Definitely not worried at all. I try to cut off Cromtech. Still with nothing but confidence. My eyes and ears, again, expansive, have notified me of your exploits. I'm well aware of what you're capable of, and totally not terrified.
It's okay. The blood won't hurt you if you aren't hostile.
I wanna before we like, I inform the waitress that I'm just gonna crash upstairs because I don't feel like trying to find a room after this
She
conversation.
tells you it'll be 5 silver for the night.
We
Done.
can crash at my place.
Oh, never mind. I guess I'm sleeping with the champion tonight.
Phrasing. Boarding. We'll be rooming together.
I want to like, so it doesn't matter if it happens here on the walk back, but I want to like ask about what kind of magic that he knows of in like the arena, because someone appeared randomly and accused me for something, and wondering like how they would know if someone was trying to influence battles, if he knew.
I'm not really the magic type. I guess sometimes people try and like throw sparks and fire and thunder at me, but well,
You're
they don't cast as well when their jaw's broken.
you're using magic in the arena? I thought that person was just being rude.
No, I was. I wasn't using magic. I said they accused me for something.
They were just being rude. Okay.
Well, at least I
What a
thought so.
dick.
But yeah, other than those guys with their fire and sparks and thunder, those parlor tricks, I don't really have much experience with magic.
Well, you're in luck. I have a lot of experience with it. I could teach you a thing or two.
I'm good. It didn't seem to help any of the people I fought.
Oh,
Like I said, it's tough to cast with a broken jaw.
yeah, the implication wasn't lost on me. Don't worry, no need to break this one.
Oh no, you're not trying to set me on fire. I have no reason to break your jaw.
Good. Very good. We have ourselves an understanding. We all have the same goal in mind.
Not same. I, for one, have no. I'm not searching out the Circle of Six. They've been dead for a long time, from what I hear. I have read, or at least gone. They don't pertain to me. I got a different
And
mission,
yet
but
now you wish to accompany us.
well, yeah, you're headed to the same place I am. I believe this thing is on the way to where you're headed. Like I said, all I know is it's a stone structure, maybe phallic-like, just a little erect.
Again, you're sleeping on the opposite side of the room.
I'm gonna keep describing it that way until the DM changes it.
Do you?
I don't know what it looks like.
Mm.
Yeah, it just you're supposed to tell me what breadcrumbs I'm supposed to follow. All I know is it's a stone structure in the southwest.
Yeah, I never really thought of what it looks like.
At the base are 2 gems of elemental power. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Both
either
glowing
way,
blue.
Oh no, not
Kronk,
blue.
It's been a while since the rock has had any release. Its gems are blue.
oh my god, this is golden.
That was too. All
God,
right,
I'm following these people. What the hell am I doing?
that was the
We will
DM. That wasn't
flow.
even me. I wasn't even.
We will flow towards this richest structure you seek.
Drusilla might enjoy it.
I was making the joke on the fact like the Washington Monument. It's generally a phallic structure with a type of thing, but like anything just tall and pointy monument style or obelisk style like that can be referred to as a phallic structure.
Yeah, it can be, but if you're gonna say phallic around me, you know exactly where my brain is going.
Well, I was waiting for you to correct me.
Didn't have anything to say about it.
Okay.
It's canon now.
Yep.
But yeah, I like. Well, I'm following you at least for this chapter. Unless we have to go separate ways, but yeah, until then, might as well fight some stuff off with accomplices versus or acquaintances versus by myself. Could never hurt.
At least until you get your rocks off.
Well,
Give him a little point. Yep, fair.
All right.
I got nothing. You guys are too good at this.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that last part was like the last chunk was on the way back to his room.
Okay.
Oh, was it?
Ben's room is in the Church of Slaughter.
Yeah.
A
Well,
nonstop deluge of puns on our way to the Church of Slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
he said that we could crash at his
I know. I
place.
was listening.
Oh, okay.
I was listening.
Yeah.
It's
So
fine by me.
I take them back to the champion suite.
You do that. You go back.
By my own couch.
Sorry. You go back and you guys crash for the night. Ben doesn't have a fight tomorrow, but he does have a big tournament in like a few days. I
Ben,
believe I mentioned it last week that there's the big tournament coming up that everybody can sign up for.
Oh yeah, Drusilla wanted to sign up for that, didn't you?
She
I
did.
mean, that was before the champ walked into this hole in the wall bar that we happened to be staying at. Ben,
Why
have you
not?
considered maybe? I don't know. I wasn't expecting to run into him.
Oh no, that was sorry, I was talking meta-wise.
Ben, have you maybe considered oh, canceling this tournament and just hitting the road with us?
I mean, that was the plan.
Okay.
I just wanted to, take advantage of their hospitality one last night before hitting the road.
Sounds like a plan, and it'll catch all of those tails off guard. You know, the people who followed you and whatnot. They're probably going to be expecting you to participate in that.
Plus, I mean, there's a new champion, that arm wrestling guy. He really he's really something.
I chuckle.
Shit. You really thought this through, huh, Ben?
I chuckle and shake my head. I'm like, stupid bookie. Should have made a killing off that.
You know, any Dark Lord would be glad to call you their minion. Not that I'm calling you one.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't. Let's
Not
get
yet.
out of here.
We're not there yet in our relationship. Let's get out.
I have a feeling the lady here is not a huge fan.
We're gonna wake up to assassins in the room. Like, you have 2 seconds to leave, otherwise this is going through your throat.
We'll see.
I mean, yeah, I probably should have warned you about the assassins.
Like she was expecting this room to be vacant or in the middle or this tonight, and it's not. She sent like 3 sets of assassins after you. Like, he's not coming back tonight. Clean out this room. She has someone coming in tomorrow who's gonna stay there.
I figure another morning, another D6 women in the bed. I mean, it's good to be the champion.
Fair. So
Yeah.
we're signing off at, or is that sorry? Is that the all? I know you only had planned so much, but did we extend the time enough for you, DM? I don't.
I'm pretty sure I ran my mouth enough to extend it enough, right?
You're fine.
I
I
would.
wasn't trying to extend or shorten it. I just didn't know what to do if you guys didn't actually approach each other. So
I was
I mean, it
asking you,
works just fine by me.
is that a good time to call it in the middle, like while we're sleeping?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm figuring.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was being.
You guys are all done chit chatting, then. If you guys are done chit chat, we'll call it the night. For my outro, thank you guys for joining us. We brought the group together. Drusilla's crazy mouth and Kromtek's aloofness might not keep them together for much longer, but we'll see.
I'm trying to play
Come
nice
back
with
next week.
Drusilla.
Trying. It's hard to play nice with Drusilla, I know. Next week, we'll see if the group manages to just leave or if something else comes up and stops them from heading out for their goal. Join us next week, possibly Wednesday or Thursday. I think Thursday is what we're aiming for. We will not be on Friday next week, as far as I know.
Oh yeah. Friday doesn't work for me either, so it'd have to be Thursday. I'm gonna be gone next weekend.
Okay.
I was not
So,
thinking about that when we were talking earlier, but yeah, I'm out Friday next weekend.
So
well, then I'll let you know if I end up working overtime or not. And if I don't work any overtime, we'll shoot for Thursday.
Follow my Twitter at pork_17, and I usually post on what day of the week that we play for the days that we have off weeks, or you'll at least hear if it got canceled or something. On a side note. Okay.
Good.
Send us off, DM.
I just did.
Well, all right. I'll talk to you later,
Say
guys.
something horrible.
Ah.
Bye.
All right.